Sparkling wine production, must pressing and preparation. Base wines winemaking follows a very clear production process that starts from the harvest and ends with bottling. The difference between still wines and sparkling wines is that in the first case, the path, once the objective to be achieved has been established, is built starting from the grape and going towards the bottle, while in the second case, once the desired product has been identified, looking at different aspects of the production process, the path is reversed and identifies the choice of the most suitable grape as the last point. Pressing as a key point for the cuvée. In the winemaking process, everything starts from respecting the grapes. This is achieved by considering the picking procedure, preferably by hand, to guarantee the ideal management. Equally important is the time that elapses between the grape harvest and pressing, the shorter the better. Finally, the method of loading the grapes into the press, better if carried out from above without the use of any mechanical system, such as a pump or a hopper, to preserve the integrity of the grape as much as possible until pressing begins. The key factors for a correct pressing cycle. The most important parameters to carry out a good pressing cycle are the threshold pressure for breaking the grape, the state of turgidity of the grape, the homogeneity of ripeness, and the thickness of the skin. Proper management of the must lays the foundations for obtaining a good sparkling wine. By fractioning the juice, we can intervene in a targeted manner in order to optimize every single fraction. The pressing phases and the characteristics of the musts. It is possible to obtain different types of musts, each of different quality. The drained must, defined as the must for washing the peel, can be rich in residues of pesticides, copper, yeasts, and indigenous bacteria. As it is not suitable for bottle fermentation, prise de mousse, it must be processed separately in order to evaluate its use. The free-run must, also known as first fraction, is the most valuable part. It is characterized by high acidity and a low polyphenolic charge. It represents about 40 to 50% of the weight of the whole bunch. The second fraction of the must comes from the most external part of the grape, between the mesocarp and the endocarp. This fraction, more aromatic, contains some polyphenols, and there is a higher pH than in the free-run must. The marc, or third fraction, represents the must subjected to the highest pressure. It has a polyphenolic load higher than that of other musts, and is also more oxidized. The presence of potassium is high and the acidity is low. Must processing. It is important to carry out a targeted processing to obtain the cleanest must possible. Analyzing the chemical-physical characteristics of the musts, clarifications have been perfected over time to reduce the quantity of solids and improve their organoleptic characteristics. Concerning the drained must, fining is necessary to eliminate all residues of pesticides, vegetal, and phenolic notes. We therefore recommend using enzymes and clarifiers with a broad spectrum of action, including plant-based, vegan, and allergen-free clarifiers. Free-run must is a quality must. If well processed, it requires only the addition of enzymes, which respect the protein load of the must in order to preserve its natural potential for bottle fermentation, prise de mousse. On the second fraction, it is good practice to use specific fining agents in order to ensure the elimination of oxidizable polyphenols. We recommend using clarifying agents with a broad range of action on marc must to eliminate oxidizable and oxidized polyphenols. The modern approach of AEB, based on an enology aimed at the management and natural processing of musts, lays the foundations for enhancing the fruit of the vine, which man has cultivated with great passion.